Y'all ready for this?
What? Shit. I'm so glad you did that. Welcome, everybody, to the Infernal Brotherhood, the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders weekly review of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Tonight we're discussing Episode 15, Trespass.
We are scruffy, too.
Pretty damn scruffy. I haven't shaved in a while. Keep thinking it's time to grow the hair out, so I'll give that another month and then probably shave. That's how it always goes.
We're talking about your pubes, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I just want to...
No, I gotta shave my face and stuff, duh.
I have to leave the house at some point. Oh, yeah. Man. So what do we want? What are we reviewing? Sorry,
Trespass?
I interrupted you.
Trespass?
Okay.
I said that. Oh. Damn it.
I'm messing this one up.
That's okay.
This one's on me. I loved this episode. I loved the visuals of this episode. I loved the setup and the payoff of this episode. And it really, like, the hippie in me, like, grew 10 sizes this day. Like, I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Like, the creature design and everything. This was, like, straight out of Ralph McQuarrie's sketchbook, literally. Like,
oh yeah,
George,
especially with the snow clones. Like, yeah. I mean, that's the first note that I wrote down about this was motherfucking snow clones.
And we just talked about them in the HoloNet News episode, like, I don't know, last week or the week before. So it was like super good stuff. All right, let me give a brief rundown, a non-coherent rundown on this episode. So we have representatives from a nearby moon of Pantora in the form of Senator Rio Chuchi and Chairman Chien Cho, and not Cheech and Chong. And we have Anakin and Obi-Wan coming in with their regiment of clone troopers to investigate this desolate ice world of Ordo Plutonia. Because they have had a clone security force here, but it's just sort of gone dark. And so they want to figure out what the hell's going on. They get on planet. They realize that something overran the entire security force. And then they realize that there's a separatist station, sort of mobile ship station, that was also overrun. And they quickly deduce that there are local inhabitants that are not recognized by the representatives of the nearby moon of Pantora, who the senator is a rational young woman, and the chairman is a douchebag McDoucherson.
Absolutely.
Is, I think, the technical term for his station.
Well, that's what his name is short for. Somehow.
They just shortened it to Joe. So the Jedi go out and seek this local natives. They discover them, interact with them through the art of drawing on animal skin, apparently, and come to some dances with wolves type agreement of peace. And then the Pantoras have to come into this. And I think this is a good enough place. Like, was Avatar a thing yet?
Yes.
Because this creature design of the mounts and the actual Pantoras themselves are totally ripped off from Avatar, like James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah, but we also got creatures somewhat like that in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, did we?
Somewhat. I mean, minus like the spikes and shit.
Right. Anyway, it felt very reminiscent of it. I was like, huh, interesting. I forgave it, though, because I really love the environmental design and the particle effects of the snow constantly, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So they make this peace meeting arrangement with the natives, which is totally blown wide open by Chairman Douche Cho. And he decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm in charge. This is my country. This is my planet. You don't like it. Fuck you. We're going to war. They go to war. And if it weren't for fucking Rex, Captain Rex, being the super bad motherfucker that he is, dude, he was taking names in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was not fucking around.
I just love that so much. The whole time, like, I was like, why are you guys listening to this douchebag local native? Like, he has no control over you. And then when he told the troopers to come with me and, like, mount up, Rex was just like, General, I was just like, yes,
Yeah.
there is still military order here. Goddamn right. And he did everything he can just to protect him. He wasn't trying to kill the local
Hmm.
natives, which I really appreciate just as a concept.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he was mostly going after the mounts when he could.
Yeah. And oh, dude, the first time you heard that little puppy whine, that yape,
Oh,
there's like an instinctive like piano chord in my head. Once I hear that, I just sort of go limp and like start shaking a little bit. I'm just like,
yeah,
no.
yeah. That was definitely a tough part of the episode of seeing all those die,
Heard a poor goddamn
and then
animal.
at the end where they bowed. Oh my god. It's like, what the fuck? Why am I getting choked up over this? A goddamn cartoon.
The whole
Because I
setup was
totally don't
just
ever cry over cartoons.
yeah, yeah. No, not us. The setup was very epic, and even though it was a really small, contained, I think this was probably one of the most well-contained stories that
Mhm.
we've reviewed as of yet.
I honestly, yeah, like I feel like we got more out of this than some of the two-parters.
Yeah.
I really dug it.
Okay, so to finish up the narrative of the story here, once war breaks out, they are intervened by rational Pantora natives who call Cho's actions out of order, and the senator comes in and makes peace with the local native Tal's chieftain Thisen. And so they agree, you know what, look, you're clearly the fucking local national here. This is your indigenous place. We're just going to slowly walk away and just pretend none of this ever happened. And you know what? I love what you're doing with your little speaking tube. I dig that. You go with your bad selves. And they left.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was happy. And I loved it. And this was one of the creatures in like Mos Eisley's cantina, right?
Yep.
I was like, I know that damn face. Wiggling his little finger on his mouth, like waka waka waka.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an episode that I completely forgot about. And of course I watch the original trilogy every couple of months just because you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I will go off like my own mind anytime I'm watching the cantina episode or the cantina scene. It's just like, where the fuck do all these come from? I wonder what their plans will be. So it's just
Yeah.
it was nice, being reminded, oh hey, they're from a fucking snow planet.
It's stuff like that because that Mos Eisley Cantina scene set the stage for what Star Wars was
Oh,
outside of this sort
absolutely.
of farm boys adventure. Like this
Hmm.
was not just it would have been really easy for them to do a sort of like Flash Gordon thing where it's just a bunch of humans, sitting there with different colors skin or something.
Yeah, like
But
they did with the Pantherons.
yeah, yeah. But they went way beyond and did like creature design and it made it feel like it truly was a galaxy far, far away and
Oh
not
yeah,
just like, some guys in a desert acting together. Like,
yeah.
and to see those little seeds being planted by George in these early seasons of the Clone Wars by saying, oh, let's use that character design. Oh, no, Ralph McQuarrie had some Ice Planet artwork that we really need to bring to life in this show. Let's pull that
Hmm.
shit out. And to just put it all together for those of us that grew up with that shit, this is like the best case scenario of an episode. You
Oh yeah.
just called back to so many really, and not to mention Han Solo, Empire Strikes Back, his outfit. I mean,
Oh yeah. It was straight on Hoth.
come on, Anakin,
Yeah.
get
Oh.
your own style. That's hands. I really did like the local Tal's style too. It was very
Mhm.
like there was like Ewok, primitive sort of bone ornamentation and shit.
Yeah.
Just super
That's
cool stuff.
that makes sense too.
Yeah. The Pantora natives though, like that really bugged me. It was like they wanted to introduce the Chiss, but they didn't want to introduce the Chiss, and then they
Yeah.
needed someone to be a fall guy, and you can't have the Chiss be the fall guy. So you're like, let's just have these guys be dicks for no reason at all.
Pretty much. Here's some random purple people.
Hey, did they ever set up why that Chairman Cho was so aggressive?
No, just that he was the head of state,
Like,
and he wanted that planet for his own.
and he was just openly dick to his fucking senator. Like,
Well, that's when you got a big dick, you got to pull it out and swing it around, I guess.
I think that's what got some comedians in trouble. You want to look at my penis? What if I touch it? Will you look at it while I touch it? Yeah. That's why I
Who
can't go back to
hasn't
work.
been there?
Oh, we're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just like the environment. I really loved costume design and stuff. I really enjoyed. I love the interaction. I love the idea of this indigenous peoples with these off-planet, same system rivalries, made out of whole cloth nowhere. But also, I loved seeing like these new swoop bike looking things that
Yeah,
the
that was my
Jedi
next
used.
note. Those were fucking dope ass speeders.
Yeah, like I want one of those to just go to work in. Like,
Hell yeah.
that'd be badass. And I can't say enough. Like I didn't know what the towels were called. I didn't know anything about them. I just remember them vividly in my head from that brief one scene in Mos Eisley Cantina from A New Hope, and immediately now I want to know more about this culture. Like
Oh yeah.
like what do they have like psychedelic spirit quests? I want to. I want to go on one. Like I want to
I
hang out with
mean,
these
what
guys.
else you got going on an ice planet? So, I mean, I would
Seriously.
believe it.
And I bet, like, if you hugged one, like it like hugged Obi-Wan Kenobi, I I bet it was nice and warm. Like I kind of want to hug.
I
If I'm being
I
honest.
would definitely have to agree. I bet it's a wonderful hug.
It was like super natty. Like tons of little creatures are living in there. It's like wiry.
I don't know about that. It is an ice planet. I mean,
That's true.
likely it's just big predators killing each other and then them being the top of the food chain type of thing. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily imagine like tiny little bugs.
I also think this is.
Unless it's silicone-based life form.
Oh shit.
That's
Well, just
yeah,
with
no,
what
it's
we're like recently in the last, 15, 20 years of our own planet, realizing about these extremophile species that
yeah.
live in unlivable places on our planet, clearly, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
I also liked that the Jedi were taking a backseat in this episode.
Yeah, they definitely actually showed the role that they're supposed to take that we never see. As they're just the background peacekeepers. They're not the ones in charge. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a nice change.
Obi-Wan took this real sort of like headmaster, teacher, like derogatory tone with the senator. He's like, "That's not our job, Senator. That's your job." She was just like, "But I'm a cute little girl. Aren't you gonna?" And he's like, "No, I'm not having any of it. Get your fucking ass out there. Do your fucking job." I just
You're
thought
getting paid for this shit, god damn it, not me.
it was so good. Oh, I love seeing them like politely scolding other people.
That is the Jedi way. They can't
Killing them with-
overtly be dickheads.
Yeah, killing them with kindness. I like it. You go, Obi-Wan. What do you do? Fucking old Ben. All right, that's all I have. Anything else you want to talk about? What did you like most about this episode?
Fuck, I don't know. It was a fun episode.
You're
Like
all
there
I didn't.
wasn't really anything I didn't like about it. So I guess that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next question, but yeah, I think mine was definitely the creatures and the environment, and this. I liked this whole episode. Like, I have no complaints about this entire episode. As far as like, there's a lot of things going on behind the surface that if it wasn't pointed out to me, I would never have thought of. And so, one, there's the frenzy of the blizzard itself that subsides as soon as they make peace.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did not catch that.
And it like goes full like blizzard when they're at war. And so the environment itself is almost taking cues from those that live in it, which I thought was really interesting. But then you also have the extreme frigid cold of the environment, and then you walk into their little hut and it's just warm, cozy, welcoming.
Yeah.
So it's like these creatures, if you cross them, are cold, maniacal murderers. But if you just show the basic decency of species to species, they will welcome you with open arms and be totally cool with you. Like it's like, I think that's like the basic of every human interaction on our planet. Like we're so tribal that we can't help but be these cold, dickish entities, but really underneath everything, we all want our kids to be happy. We all want to love someone else and be loved in return. Like if we just chilled the fuck out a little bit, like things would be so much better.
And then maybe we could all get Towels hugs.
I want a Towels hug. Damn it.
I just wonder which would be better, a Wookiee or a Towels.
Oh, you know what? I gotta go with the Wookiee.
Because, I mean, I have had Wookiee hugs before, and they're pretty dope.
You had a Wookiee hug?
Yeah.
I haven't had a Wookiee. Where did you get a Wookiee hug?
I know Wookiees.
I want a fucking Wookiee hug.
Well, I even had Chewie show up to my wedding. It was pretty cool.
What?
Yeah.
Who are you? Damn it. All right, we got to hang out more. I'm going to move in. You got a spare room? I just need a floor space, like a 3 cubic feet, and I'll be fine. I'm going to follow you till I find a Wookiee and then hug the shit out of it. I'll get a restraining order on me. I'm not even a real Wookiee, dude. Get the fuck off my leg. Hold me. Hold me. All right. That's all I got for this episode. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Did you like this episode as much as we did? Or were you indifferent? Do you hate those little, like, tube mouths of the Talls? Let me know, but don't put your penis in it.
I will brag about this. I think my dick might be too big. That's the only time I'll ever say this.
Fucking show off. All right. Well, unlike Cameron, the rest of us are going to be fine with that one. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, may the Force be with you.
It's not Tatooine, that's for sure.
Princess Mimi.